This is Water Elemental.
And this is Axis, and we are here today to talk about the League of Legends, an ongoing little show we have here on YouTube about everyone's favorite MOBA-style battle game. Of course, have some cool stuff to talk about this week. We are going back and talking about Nami. She came out a little bit late, so we're going to finally be able to go over her. Then we're going to talk about V, just a tiny bit, brand new champion, almost finished up there on the PvE. Of course, with V, there comes a new patch, and there are some cool things happening there. Nidali is, of course, getting a remake, and the Snowdown SHOWDOwn is happening this year.
No, it's
Snowdown SHOWDOwn!
Dun, dun, dun. Snow day, snow day, snow day! It's very interesting and cool stuff to look forward to. There's been some interesting red posts, friends notes, gifting systems, and more. But let's jump right into it. Nami, new support, your favorite.
oh my goodness, she is so much fun. she's very not really skill heavy, but she takes a little bit more to wind up as far as a champion. And when you're able to do some good combos with a great AD carry on the bottom, you can dominate a lane pretty fast. Her bubble is very useful not only as a crowd control, but if there's lanes being pushed very heavily, you can use the bubble to kind of stop the progress on a large clump of minions, and then for the AD carry to come back if they've based or died. You can use any one of her abilities to increase your movement speed or an ally's movement speed by 30% for 5 seconds. Even her bubble, which is pretty much an AoE sprint for champions. And there's just some really good plays you can do with her. Her ultimate, fantastic. A very large wave, especially if like an oncoming wave or like group is pushing lane. You can use your ultimate to kind of knock them back and position your team. Very great for engaging or just kind of keeping enemies around long enough for your team to pick them off.
The thing I like about Nami is that her kit's very good, but it's not kind of absurd. I was worried about her ult, but because it's very slow, it's more used as an engagement tool rather than an initiation tool. Sort of how Sona became, flash in, drop your crescendo on somebody. Nami's, if they're not running towards you, you're not going to hit them with it. So you really have to be careful about when you use it, because
Positioning.
all it is area denial rather than, a good hard CC. So Nami has a lot of cool utility. The fact that even her offensive spells can proc that move speed is really cool. She has really great synergy with a lot of characters, especially, let's say, Vayne, for instance, which is scary because Vayne is crazy right now.
Yeah, Vayne with her magic buff on auto attacks is just stupid. She's just like, I'm gonna like 3-shot everything.
Hey Vayne, I'm gonna give you 50 move speed and a phage for 3 auto attacks real quick.
Pew 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 pew.
Wild. It's wild. But let's talk a little bit about her. I've been seeing her play a lot of support. Some people I've seen who try to play her as an AP mid did not work out well for them.
Her kit doesn't allow an AP mid build. Yeah, she has the offensive power with her W that bounces, but because it's majorly a heal and it requires at least 2 people to get the best out of it.
Yeah, not even that it's a heal. It's that it has a priority where if it goes to an enemy, it has to go to a friendly, and then it can go back to an enemy.
But it can't target the same enemy twice.
Yeah, so
you need at least 3 people in a lane to benefit the most out of this attack, either 2 allies or 2 enemies.
So it makes it very difficult and almost unwieldy to use offensively. Defensively, it's not that bad. I mean, you cast it on one guy, it bounces. Well, you cast it on your AD carry, bounces to the enemy, then bounces to you.
And you both have the movement speed, so in an offensive case, like if they're running after you or if there's a gank, you go, depending on the range, either hit yourself, hit the enemy, hit your ally, you both get the movement speed and you both are healed.
Yeah, it's incredibly good as a defensive tool, but as an offense tool, it's kind of a pain in the butt.
She was designed to be a different sort of support. She's not going to be able to fill any other role. And I'm okay with that. I really like Nami. I love her particle effects, and I just love when you get a good wave off. It's just so satisfying when you just see like 5 people getting knocked up by this bitch.
Help me.
Her joke in a Koi Nami form, like the goldfish look just derpy as hell.
Sometimes you're the bait. Sometimes you're the bait.
What?
Alright.
I found out that if you taunt in a bush, the fish are still visible.
Nice.
So you just see these fish chilling out in the bush. I'm like, I wonder who's there.
Are you okay over there, ma'am? Alright. Alright. Her voice, by the way, Seems like she's like 9 years old.
Yeah, her lore is... There's more mermaid or whatever they're called in this universe, but apparently they need like this special item, and they have...
Yeah, it's a black cleaver, actually.
Really? It's like a black star or something like
Everybody needs a black cleaver.
that. Everybody. And so she comes up on the land and no one's there to meet her. I'm like, okay, who screwed the pooch on this one? You're killing all the mermaids. Just see like Warwick sitting in the back, biding his time.
Just Nautilus stingers. Just no. Ramus should be the emissary of the League of Legends. Hello, are you from?
Are you from the League?
Are you from Valorant here to help me, my people?
Okay.
No. All right. Ramus for emissary, I say no. But I've seen a lot of popular items on her. Kage's item, the thing that gives him the AoE
Sharp
slow.
True Ice. I built that.
Crazy.
What I usually how I start the game off is I go the normal support of mana item, 3 wards, 2 pots. After that, I finish with my Fillstone, then build into boots, then get I get normal boots, then I get the pick. From the pick, I build that into ice, then I build into more aggressive items like Rylai's for the ability power boost and the slow, because with the bounce, slowing 2 enemies is very nice.
I've also seen the Chaos Crucible be popular on
Yes, Crucible is also, if they have a very CC heavy team, I do skip building into Sharded True Ice and then building into Crucible instead.
Because that's one of my favorite things about her is she breaks all CC on someone, gives them a small heal, then immediately casts her auto attack thing, the magic ability, and it automatically gives them the break from the CC and the move speed. So they can just jettison out of a bad situation in a heartbeat. It's really, really neat.
Yeah, she's very... You got to build a good amount of AP on her late game to have the heals sustain over time, because she doesn't scale very well. That's one thing that I've noticed is the less AP you have, she's gonna like tickle late game as far as heals, and you got to have the heals to actually be a good support. So you're gonna be sitting there, just popping move speed on people, and that's it.
But what do you give her as far as?
I give her a 9.
A 9?
I give her a 9. She's very well made as far as a kit. Her ult's not overpowered, but is very useful as an engager or a kind of domination of a lane if you need it. Her bubble's really great. Her kind of like ambience is really nice too. I like the fact that she's not like slithering around on ground. She has like a magical thing of water, so it makes sense that she's moving around on land. And she's not like grating as far as listening to. She has some pretty goofy things to say, so it's not worth putting on mute. What about you?
I'm gonna give her an 8. I like Nami. Her lore isn't bad at all. Her kit, I think she fills a good spot. Unfortunately, she contributes a little bit to some of the toxicity of other champions. Like I was mentioning before, Vayne is absurd with her. Ezreal is pretty absurd as well.
It's not her fault people are cheating.
Yeah, no, it's not her fault though. But the main thing I said I liked about her kit was that a lot of her abilities are very balanced, and they're good for specific things. They're not, initiation tools. They're not things that automatically destroy your team. There's a lot of counterplay you can do to her if you pay attention. The thing I dislike about her, of course, is, like I said, she contributes to other champions' toxicity, and the fact that she's sort of shoehorned into support.
Yeah, that is one thing that sucks, is that she's just a support champion.
Yeah. Like when Lulu came out, Lulu's a great support, but at the same time, she can be a really mean sort of AD composite build. She used to be able to be a very good AP mid until they nerfed her into the ground. But characters like Taric and Sirach, where it's just like, yeah, you have to do this.
Well, you can use the jungle with Taric.
Sorta. But even like Sona can still do a diversity of roles and do fairly well. Whereas Nami, it feels like you can't do really any role that supports. That's the only reason I don't really like her. But otherwise, I think she's a great solid 8. Very good. Next up, of course, V. V is on the PvE this week, and
she's very vibrant.
We've been watching her, and she is... I was talking a lot with my buddy Hufer.
Also, shout out to Jibril, your favorite person.
No, not at all, man. But he and I were playing a lot of Zin and Garen in top lane. I'm sure we put that up a couple of weeks ago, but it was a buddy cop movie, and then all of a sudden this buddy cop movie comes out with V and Caitlyn, the
Birdie Cup.
Seriously, it's
So
Lethal Weapon 1, 2, and 3 all over again.
I don't know. I like what's the one with Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker?
Rush Hour.
Yeah, she can be she can be Jackie Chan.
Do you understand the black cleavers that are coming into my inventory?
What?
But let's talk a little bit about her abilities. She is, of course, a melee character with an emphasis on DPS. She has a lot of cool abilities. The first one, of course, being Blast Shield. This is her passive. When these activated abilities damage an enemy, she gains a shield equal to 10% of her maximum health for 3 seconds. First ability is Vault Breaker. On the first cast, it slows your movement speed by 15% and increases the damage and dash range of the ability over 1.25 seconds. On the second cast, V will dash forward and deal physical damage and apply denting blows to the first enemy hit. The enemy is also knocked back. The next ability is a passive. On every third auto attack on the same target, V deals additional physical damage equal to a percentage of the target's maximum health, and they reduce their armor by a percentage. V will also gain bonus attack speed for 4 seconds. Excessive Force is her next ability. V's next basic attack deals bonus physical damage to the targets and enemy around it, and the enemies around it rather. V periodically charges a new punch, and she can hold 2 of these charges at once. And finally, her ultimate is Assault and Battery. V charges target enemy and chases it down, knocking it down and up for 1.25 seconds while dealing physical damage. While V is charging, she's immune to CC effects and will deal a percentage of the damage to enemies hit.
So I'm getting is she's going to be more of an aggressive Olaf. Like she has like CC breakers, and she's going to have a lot of like armor shredding stuff.
Well, she doesn't break CC. She becomes immune to it with her own. The main thing I'm seeing here is that she's going to be a really fantastic duelist with poor initiation. She'll have to really sort of rev up a Vault Breaker to get into combat, and then she can kind of combo into an Assault and Battery. So she can sort of barrel through a team, but once she's done with that, she's gone. Because it's basically like this. She has a really cool shield that lasts for 3 seconds, but has pretty high cooldown. That's her only, defensive ability. Well, it's a good defensive ability. And it's not really enough for it to be a good, big team fighter.
She's not going to be able to be a tank.
Yeah, the popular tanky ADs right now was, obviously Aurelia and Jace. And Jace has the ability to get out of combat very quickly, and she does not. Aurelia just has innate tankiness, which allows her to get through. And Skarner, he's also a very tanky fella with a shield and everything like this. Well, I think she'll be very good as a duelist, and especially against enemy bruisers, because basically here's how it's going to go with an enemy bruiser. Vault Breaker into their face. Excessive Force cast 1, Excessive Force cast 2. Oh, look, you're down a percentage of your armor, and I've done half your health.
Now what?
Oh, you're running now? Assault and Battery. And then finally finishing with another Vault Breaker. Yeah, she's got a very cool kit, but I feel like she will lack against characters that will just kind of laugh and kite her.
Yeah. That or champions that kind of can withstand her initial force, and then she's down for, depending on her cooldowns, because if she has high cooldowns, which I'm guessing she might, she's gonna kind of be sitting there like, shit, what am I gonna do?
But I like the fact that she has an ability similar to Varus. That's one of my favorite abilities on Varus is I love the fact that a melee will be like falcon punch, just destroy someone. I really hope that's a fun ability to use. But yeah, it'll be fun to play a buddy cop movie. I can't wait to see her ratios and how she works out. She's already been nerfed a little bit on the PvE due to her excessive power. So we'll see how she carries through onto live, especially with some of the changes to what is her favorite item, Black Cleaver. Everybody's favorite item, Black Cleaver.
You have Black Cleaver today. Is that
it's the meta. It's the meta. Everybody gets 6 Black Cleavers. That's the meta game right now.
Unfortunately, I did build first thing on Corky last night.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you destroyed everything.
I destroyed an Olaf. It was great.
Exactly.
Like I said, everybody, this is on the PvE, so none of this is official. So anything can change at any time, and yes, disclaimer.
Our next item up on the PvE is, of course, summoner icon names. On your friends list, you can put little notes next to your friends list and say, hey, I know this person from X. This is a fan of my show, or this is a guy who did really badly, but he's funny. Cool stuff like that, so you can keep track of your friends if you have a lot of friends like I do, for instance. I have a lot of people, I have no idea who they are.
I get it, like, I might have to, unfortunately, I'm going to say this, I might have to do a cleaning out because there's a lot of people on there that send me invites and I have no idea who they all are, so.
But another big thing is, of course, Snowdown SHOWDOwn.
Snowdown SHOWDOwn.
Snow day, snow day, snow day. Oh, we already did this.
Well,
But,
I'm trying to, like, edit it so it's going to be all acoustic and epic. And then, like, Santa, ho, ho, ho.
if you thought you were safe in your homes,
Snowballs.
oh god. But they're doing cool stuff this year, releasing 4 new skins exclusive to this holiday, as well as the 4 skins from the previous year are going to be available. A lot of people are frustrated about this.
I am torn, but at the same time, I'm a little happy. I'm able to pick up LeBlanc, which I unfortunately missed out on last Christmas, and since LeBlanc has 2 mess skins, and this is like probably her cleanest one, like I'm happy with that. But at the same time, I'm gonna be mad because more people are gonna have the Maokai skin, which is kind of a rare skin as is. So, and they didn't do this during Halloween, which everybody was hoping for.
Exactly. I would have loved to get definitely not Blitzcrank.
Yeah. So let's first talk about these skins coming out this Christmas.
Snow Day Ziggs, Dark Candy Fiddlesticks, Bad Santa Vagar, and Sleigh Bell Katarina.
And we'll just start out with Ziggs. I've seen this one. It's a relatively nice.
It's not. I mean, it's not cool, but it's like okay skin.
Yeah,
cool.
like
it's funny.
It's not bad. He throws snowballs, you know, and kind of Christmas themed stuff like that. It's not like really outstanding as some other skins out there for him. Definitely Pool Party Ziggs is better.
Dark Candy Fiddlesticks, visually very striking, but in game it's nothing spectacular.
All the effects just they don't look very different. They have like sound effects, like when he does his ultimate, he has like a gust of winds instead of, which that's kind of cool, but it just doesn't par up to some of his other skins.
Dark Candy. Bad Santa Vagar is a very interesting champion skin. I like the recall animation, but everything else is really just slight reskins, cute little trees to throw at people, stuff like that. It's not too bad.
Yeah, and then finally Sleigh Bell Katriana.
This is a skin that is a subject of controversy. People allegedly dislike the recall animation. Now people allegedly are upset that the recall animation got removed.
No, the reason why they, from what I heard, is people said that it wasn't in the spirit of Christmas, and then they got rid of it, and for this half-assed, you know, Candy Cane pops up, she cuts it. But then they see the dance on the new Dolly animations, and it's her strip dancing. So I don't know why people are complaining about that. I think that
not many people were complaining, unfortunately. It's bizarre. So there's a lot of controversy about it, and I don't know. I don't like the hair color on the skin.
Yeah, it does kind of feel weird.
I think Katarina's a dame, a cute redhead, but I don't know, orange hair. Ugh.
I think she's more of a blonde unless it's orange in game.
It's all weird to me.
Next up is the 2 new ward skins that are coming out for the holiday season. We have a snowman built out of items from in-game, and a gingerbread Teemo.
These are very cute little wards. I'm curious to see if they're going to be rental wards again.
They're rental wards. But they added a feature which you can choose which ward you want. So if you hoard them both, you're not like using both timers at once. You can say, I want to use this one.
Very good.
I want to use this one. Finally is something new and interesting. Last Halloween, they added the fact that you can get icons depending how much RP you spend during the season. Now this time they're bringing out essentially achievements, which icons are rewarded for the act of doing stuff.
It's a really interesting system in that it rewards you not only for helping your friends, but playing the game as well. This is very cool because it's close to an achievement system to get summoner icons.
But it's
not quite there, but it's close. And
let's go down the list and let people know what to expect. The first one is participate in a 5-man pre-main match in any queue. This could either be
in any queue, so you can do a 5-man pre-main in 3s.
I think they're talking about like if you do
darn.
Oh darn. There's also behave well in the spirit of the Snowdown season.
Whatever that means.
We also have purchase RP as a gift for a friend, purchasing a champion as a gift for a friend, purchasing a skin as a gift for a friend, and the final one I'm kind of confused about, being one of the top participants this Snowdown.
There might be an event this year, so we'll see what happens. It's hard to tell.
Well, I know for sure is my brother and I, Jolly Green, are going to be buying each other's skins this season. We have an agreement where we buy the same amount, and depending on what we need, we just kind of give it to each other for the icons.
Neat.
I'm kind of excited though. We have two really good ones. We have the Baron one with the Santa hat and he's all smiling, and then we have the Earth, the red nose manatee.
Oh, that's terrible.
I'm guessing that the Baron and the manatee are both going to be probably the top whatever majigs.
But yeah, guys, that's the gift system that's coming out, and cool Snowdown Showdown stuff. So guys, definitely try it out. Buy some stuff for your friends.
So we did mention that we have a gift. They're getting a gift system this season. There's kind of stipulations to it, which I'm actually kind of happy about. The first thing is you can only send gifts if you're 20 or above, and you only can receive
Summon
gifts.
level, not age.
No, then yeah, probably I should mention that. And you cannot receive gifts unless you're at least level 10. So this kind of keeps away the people making accounts and then just kind of sending stuff to level 1s.
And you can only send stuff to the friends that you've had on your list since early December.
So if someone hacks your account or something like that and wants to take all your RP, they can't do it because you aren't on his friends list. They also limit it to 3 gifts per day, so that makes sure that if someone does get a hold of your account or something like that and they've been on your friends list, they only can send 3 things.
Nice.
So they've made sure that this isn't something that's going to really risk people's accounts to a higher extent, and made it so it feels good to give gifts and, you know,
And receive them too.
receive them. Merry Christmas access.
It certainly should be. But it's cool, and I can't wait to see the details when it comes out.
We're always open to free stuff.
Indeed. And that's really it, I believe, for this week, guys. There's a couple of skins out there, but we're not sure when they're coming out. A couple of interesting red notes. Karma's getting a visual update finally, and so is Trundle, which I was excited about.
Yay, Trundle!
But it's mostly been talking about the gift system and Snowdown Showdown.
There was a thing with Victor, which is pretty funty. If you played against Annie as Victor, she was not able to activate her ult throughout the whole game.
AKA, have you seen my bear today? Maybe Victor has evolved to a point where he can disable summoner spells. He became too powerful.
I love the codename. Codename, have you seen my bear tippers?
It's great.
Hopefully it gets fixed soon.
Indeed, because I miss Victor. He's a nice man.
No, he's not. He's a bad guy.
All will soon change.
Alright, we're moving on to our own section here, guys.
Our first question this week comes from Wow PvP 101. He says, does Zephyr not replace Phantom Dancer at this point? I mean, you get the same attack speed, same movement speed, and as well as a little bit of damage. And the only thing you're not getting is the crit chance. Is there a point in getting Phantom Dancer at this point? Zephyr is very expensive. It's a stinger, a long sword to make this cool item. I love Zephyr. I get it on Varus, I get it on a couple of other champions where they're not crit-centric, because crit-centric's not always the way to go. Zephyr it's got tenacity, it's got cooldown reduction, and it's got really, really, really good attack speed. So I don't think it replaces Phantom Dancer. Phantom Dancer has a lot of attack speed, a lot of crit, and of course, being able to walk through minions is amazing.
Especially with a lot of larger characters, like Corky sometimes gets hung up in, minions and stuff like that.
Blocking is horrific. But I think there are a lot of different options to go after getting your first Phantom Dancer. I don't think you'd want to get Zephyr and PD when there are other options. I mean, the new item, for instance, Wicked Hatchet, or not Wicked Hatchet. Pineapple. The new Executioner's Calling is a much better choice instead of getting a Zephyr if you're going for a crit build. And if you're looking to stack a lot of attack speed and move speed, Zephyr, I believe, doesn't have unique for its move speed. So you could just stack more Zephyrs if you want the move speed.
That's how they made that's how they were able to break the record on the fastest move speed.
Wow. But I think there's a lot of options, and I don't see people stacking those two together. I see them both being for very specific builds.
Like, if you have a slower wind-up champion like Varus, Zephyr's going to be probably better.
I prefer Zephyr on.
But if you have like a really high attack speed champion like a Vayne or Caitlyn or
Like, yeah, Caitlyn or even Draven.
Draven, yes.
Phantom Dancer is the much better choice. I mean, being able to move through minions to catch your Draven axes, so good.
Yes. Unfortunately.
And Vayne, too, being able to just walk through minions when you're chasing someone is incredible.
Rolling through them is probably the best part, because sometimes you just like, you roll and then you just like,
You
jammed
stop
up.
and you're like, alright, let me go.
Hold on.
But, yeah, they both have very different uses, so I think there's good reason to get either or. The next question comes from SXSoft99. He says, what do you guys think about the new YouTube?
It is really annoying.
It's jarring. This is the second or the third time in my lifetime that YouTube has been switched.
Well, what's annoying about it is uploading videos is fine and managing kind of the channel isn't too bad. It's the fact that when I want to go check the videos I want to get, it's like always brings you to what they want you to watch, like the recommended stuff. You have to go to my subscription and then uploads only just to see what recently has been uploaded. So I can't watch, like I have to do like a 4-step process just to see what was recently updated. And then the stuff it wants me to watch is like 4 months old and stuff I've already seen.
It's kind of a pain.
But uploading's got a little bit easier. They removed that whole auto tag system, which is really annoying, where you have to type in one word, then press comma, and then type one word and then press comma. So I can copy paste my tags back in.
Neato torpedo.
And
But yeah,
that's
so I think it's a little bit unwieldy, but I'll get used to it. We all will.
it's too white. You notice how it's just
You got a
colorless.
problem with whites?
No, I just think it's just bland and colorless. Like there's no. The last one at least had stuff going on in the background. This one's just like the void.
Ikavir beckons.
Mhm.
That's really it for questions this week, guys. We love questions. We usually try to answer 2 every week. But we can't do that unless you guys ask them. So, please post questions regarding us, League of Legends, the show, the metagame, anything like that. How many black cleavers you got, whatever. Just post about it in the comment section below or send it to our email at spasticgaming@gmail.com. We love questions. Like I said, trying to answer 2 every week. And yeah, go ahead and do that. Master 12, we miss you. That's what I'm trying to say. And how's Lost Forge coming along?
Lost Forge is doing well. We are looking for more people to contribute. I put out a really crappy video. It was intentional, by the way. It's supposed to look bad. It's like one of those bad training videos.
LostForge.net. Your source for things that
And
happen.
stuff.
Things and stuff. That's like our trademark.
Yeah, definitely. We are looking for more people. Just send us an email. We're more than welcome to bring on more people. If you have a friend or something that's got interesting videos but no one watches them, let us know.
We'd love to drag you out of obscurity into our slightly more obscure area. This has been Axis.
Water Elemental.
And it's your dad's birthday. Happy birthday, father of Water Elemental 33.